Hey guys, welcome back to the channel McNallie Money, home of all things stock, investment, and personal finance related. Now for today's video, we're going to be providing an update on Kontrol Technologies. This was actually my top pick or top stock for 2022, and they just came out with some very encouraging news in relation to their BioCloud technology or BioCloud platform. Now before we get into that, please take a second, hit the like button, you guys. It's a huge help to myself and the channel. If you're not already subscribed, McNallie Money, feel free to do so. And let me know in the comment section below what you think of Kontrol Technologies, if you're currently holding shares, and how you think this company stacks up to some of the other smart building players in this space. Now with that being said, let's get into today's video. Okay guys, so that's right. Today's video, we're going to be providing an update on one of my favorites on the channel, Kontrol Technologies Corporation, trades under the ticker symbol KNR on the NEO exchange here in Canada. And as you can see, they've been having an awesome week here. They were up 22 cents or 13.3% as of close on Wednesday, March 9th. They had a massive day up nearly 20% on Tuesday as well. And you can see on a 1 month chart here, as of March 7th, so just 3 days ago, this company was trading at $1.40 Canadian. And they now closed out yesterday's session at $1.87. So a tremendous run over the last couple of days, really attributed to some huge news, which we're going to talk about in today's presentation. And again, this is my top pick for 2022, and it's great to see the market is really warming up to Kontrol Technologies in light of some of these big developments. Now, before we get into that recent news from Kontrol Technologies, I wanted to bring up I Trust Capital. This is a platform that I recently covered on the channel, and it's really a pretty cool product offering in the sense that you can actually hold and trade cryptocurrencies plus traditional gold and silver through an IRA or a Roth IRA. So for those of you that are located in the United States, you're bullish on crypto in general. Obviously, we saw some big developments from the Biden administration this week in relation to cryptocurrency. This is a phenomenal platform to use to really avoid or defer some of the tax implications associated with holding and trading cryptocurrency. So like traditional IRA accounts, you can actually reap the tax benefits associated with these specialty accounts in the United States, very similar to an RSP or a TFSA here in Canada, but you're actually now able to hold a variety of different coins. And as you can see, they offer a great range of different cryptocurrencies here. Obviously, Bitcoin, Ethereum, some of the biggest, most popular coins, Dogecoin, but they've also got a number of smaller, lesser known coins and starting to get involved with metaverse related coins like Mana and Axie Infinity. So I'll leave a link in the video description below if you want to go in and take a look. Again, for United States based residents or viewers. And the other thing I really like about this platform, super transparent pricing and some of the lowest fees in the entire industry. So no monthly account fee, 1% transaction fee on all cryptocurrency transactions, and a flat fee per ounce on gold and silver. So again, definitely worth a look, especially in light of some of the big developments in the cryptocurrency market this week alone. So pivoting back to the focus of the video here, Kontrol Technologies, we put out a number of videos on this company before, but for those of you who maybe didn't get a chance to check them out or aren't super familiar with Kontrol Technologies, they're really in the smart building or building technology space. By 2050, every building in the world will need to achieve the goal of net zero energy use to avoid the worst impacts of climate change. Given that most buildings that will exist in the next 30 years have already been built, the only way to get there is more technology and digitization of buildings and the built environment. In addition, buildings can offer safer spaces where individuals work, gather, collaborate. Kontrol is a leader in the safe space technology. So they're really involved in upgrading existing buildings and infrastructure. They're also involved in new building development, and their BioCloud solution, which is really the topic of one of today's articles, focuses on creating healthier spaces for customers and patrons within these buildings by identifying a range or variety of airborne pathogens. So since our last video came out on Kontrol Tech, I think that was about 2 months ago, they've released a number of big developments. So you can see 2 months ago, Kontrol Technologies delivers BioCloud units to Qatar and Czech Republic. So again, there you see the BioCloud in action. 2 months ago, Kontrol Technologies expands that BioCloud technology into Japan. 7 days ago, Kontrol Tech to deliver energy management technology for a leading Canadian REIT or real estate investment trust. And then just recently here, the two articles we're going to cover in today's video. Kontrol's BioCloud technology identifies influenza virus in testing. So this is the news that came out on Tuesday. Again, massive development for this company, specifically the BioCloud platform itself. And then just yesterday, we saw Kontrol Technologies was awarded a nearly $10 million, $9.7 million HVAC and automation project for a Canadian-based multifamily high-rise customer. So those are the two articles we're going to cover in today's video. So first up is the big contract here. Again, this is where we saw share prices jump about 13% in yesterday's session. And as you can see, Kontrol Tech has now signed a letter of intent with the contract currently being drafted. This project is anticipated to commence or start in Q3 of this year with an estimated completion date in the last quarter or Q4 of next year, 2023. We're pleased to see that we were able to win these larger opportunities with our global team, says Paul Ghezzi, the CEO of Kontrol Tech. So this is a great example of where they actually won a contract for a new build. So again, they're not just focused on retrofitting or upgrading existing buildings. Global, which is Kontrol Tech's wholly owned subsidiary, HVAC and automation subsidiary here, provides us with large project footprint and capability that we seek to expand, while we also focus on adding recurring revenue through an integrated building technology and service platform. So the cool thing with Kontrol Tech, if we jump into the investor presentation, you can see they've got multiple different revenue streams. So actually the project integration or the build itself, so in this case this would be a new build. They've also got software as a service, so they've got recurring revenue, and then they've got servicing of the actual HVAC and various different systems within the building. So multiple different revenue streams. Some of them are recurring, and that's again why I'm so excited and bullish on this business moving into 2022. So if we jump back to the press release here, you can see this really aligns with their vertical integration strategy. So following the acquisition of Global, again, their wholly owned subsidiary, in August of 21, the company has been focused on vertically integrating in-house capabilities around the inclusion of more energy efficient solutions such as heat pumps, VRV technology. And for those of you who are unaware, VRV is a technology that alternates the refrigerant volume in a system to match a building's precise requirements. So again, really getting dialed in and specific in terms of building operation. Further, Global now offers ongoing service, so again, those recurring revenue streams and asset management capabilities, which the company seeks to grow over time. And we're going to talk about this a little later in the presentation, but Kontrol Technology is currently forecasting revenue for this year, 2021, in the range of about 43 to 46 million. So a contract of this size, you guys, a $10 million contract or $9.7 million contract is absolutely massive for this company. So next up is this article from Tuesday, which really talks about a major milestone for the BioCloud platform or technology by accurately identifying influenza virus in real-world testing. So this news actually moved the share price about 18% on Tuesday and really kicked off that rally we talked about in the intro. So again, as we scroll through the article, you can see Kontrol Tech, a leader in smart building technology, has now completed their initial testing of the BioCloud technology in Japan and has delivered a positive detection of the influenza virus. The initial testing indicates the application or practical use case for the BioCloud technology, and we're actually going to take a look at this product in a little bit more detail next up in the presentation. But since the inception of the BioCloud program, the team at Kontrol Technology have indicated their intention is to be able to detect multiple different viruses and pathogens as part of overall area safety. So you can imagine installing one of these units in the foyer or common room within some of these buildings, and in real time being able to detect people who are carrying illnesses or the presence of various different viruses within that common space. And in light of the pandemic situation which the world just went through, this could really be a game changer as more and more customers are now demanding air quality be part of the overall building solution. Now, further to that press release we saw 2 months ago, January 14th, talking about BioCloud being expanded into Japan. Kontrol Tech worked with local partners to actually test the product in a laboratory in Japan. The initial testing was focused on the ability of Kontrol's BioCloud solution to capture aerosolized influenza virus or airborne influenza in its proprietary collection chamber. Based on initial testing, the BioCloud technology was able to successfully capture the virus. And this is really in support of what I just talked about. So with a growing movement to monitor air quality in buildings with early viral detection systems, BioCloud continues to be well positioned to offer solutions that seek to create safer spaces across the global economy. Now, one additional point in bold at the bottom here, Kontrol Technology is not claiming their BioCloud platform or solution will actually eliminate, cure, or contain these airborne viruses or pathogens. Its goal or purpose is really just the detection of their presence. So that's definitely one thing to call out here. It's not a solution that's going to eliminate these type of viruses altogether, but it will alert people to their presence and allow people to take additional safety or precautionary steps when detected. Now, with that being said, here's a look at the actual BioCloud solution itself. So you can see this would be installed in a common area of one of these buildings. They've got an air sampling pump within the unit, proprietary detection chamber. That's where they actually capture and identify the various different viruses, laser-based detection. They've got an air circulation fan to actually sample a bigger volume of air, and they've got real-time monitoring and communication. So you can see they've already received $2.5 million in grants. BioCloud has been partially funded by the National Research Council of Canada, the federal government, and the Ontario government. They've got 4 patents filed, 3 in the United States, 1 here in Canada. They've initiated production of these units already, multiple distribution partners, and that third-party lab testing, which we just talked about in the last article. And that really leads us to this slide here, which is a financial summary of the last 5 years worth of performance from Kontrol Technology, along with their 2021 outlook, which I referred to earlier in the presentation. So as you can imagine, as they start to vertically integrate, they fold in some of these acquisitions. They've got successful tests from the BioCloud division. Obviously, we're going to see revenue and adjusted EBITDA grow, or hopefully that would be the intent here. So you can see in 2016, revenue is just shy of $2 million. This is all in Canadian figures here. They had an adjusted EBITDA loss of $271,000. As we move through to 2020, revenue has now grown to $12.3 million. They're showing positive adjusted EBITDA of $2 million. And 2021 is really where we've seen this inflection point, with revenue nearly quadrupling up to 43 to 46 million based on their current outlook, and adjusted EBITDA in the range of about $6 to $7 million. So you can see this is exactly why I'm so bullish on this company. It seems they've really got their model ironed out. They've now put their foot on the gas, and we're starting to see that exponential growth in terms of top line revenue, adjusted EBITDA, and gross profit. And I would expect 2022 to continue on this trend, especially in light of the situation the world's found itself in over the last couple of years, specifically related to building safety and air quality. And now we're starting to see skyrocketing fuel prices, skyrocketing gas and heating prices, and that's going to really help the other side of this business, which focuses on energy efficiency and actually controlling costs for building operators and building managers. So I think both of those are extremely bullish tailwinds for this company, both on the air quality and health side of things and on the actual fuel consumption and cost side of things. And that really gets us to this slide here to close out today's presentation. Why Kontrol and why now? The highest value proposition for smart building technology is that of a fully integrated, energy efficient, and sustainably managed platform. And that's exactly what you're getting with Kontrol Technology. And again, you can see the reference to energy efficiency, which we just mentioned. Kontrol Tech is taking a leadership position in a high growth market ripe for consolidation. They're growing their recurring revenue base through service as a software, which we talked about in the intro. They've got a proven history of delivering real-time energy management, continuous emissions and air quality monitoring in industrial and commercial facilities. So multiple different verticals they're focused on. They've got 25% inside ownership in terms of their share count. They've got a super low float, so under 48 million shares. And then as a wild card, or as I've mentioned in previous videos, the icing on the cake is really this BioCloud solution, which we're starting to see some very promising results from. So for those reasons, you guys, I stand by this pick as my #1 stock for 2022. I definitely think you should take a look. Even in light of the run we've seen this week, I think this is still a steal of a deal in terms of share price here. This is one I'm continuing to add to and one of my biggest core holdings in my account right now. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of Kontrol Technologies, the recent news we covered in today's presentation. If you're not already subscribed, McNallie Money, feel free to do so. And if you're still watching the video at this point, hopefully you found some value, so make sure you hit the like button before you leave. That's all for now. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.